Hello everyone, boys and girls. Welcome to Catwoman Coven. And today we're going to be talking about your person, whoever you're thinking about and whoever you are in relationship with or potential relationship or with somebody who you have been something going on for a while. Maybe there is some unclarity. We're going to clarify that. We're going to be talking about the person you're thinking about. What does his friends tell him about you? What does his friends advise him on your behalf? Maybe some of you guys are in relationship, maybe some of you guys are not, but you have something between you, something is going on. And some people are more affected by the opinion of others than the others. Yeah, some people are very much influenced by it. Actually, some people take advice from their friends, they listen to their friends regardless of what they feel towards you. So let's see, first of all, if you can recognize the person. Let's describe him. How does he look? He or she, if you are a guy watching, just reverse information up to you, okay? So I'm not going to correct myself each time I say. I just want to deliver the message from the Sublime Plan. Today we read Akashic Records. We work with all kinds of different oracle cards, tarot cards, lenormand cards, all kinds of systems that help us understand how to read the informational field, the Akashic Records. We also work a lot with astrology, astropsychology, numerology, and a lot of other beautiful, interesting, esoteric methods. Okay, tell us who you are. Tell us who you are so the girl or the guy who's watching can recognize if you're their person. How do you look? What do you do? What kind of relationships you're on? Oh, wow. What? Oh, wow, 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 wow. Yes, yes, yes. First figure. First and foremost, the person is King of Swords, somebody with whom you do not communicate actively, or the person is cold towards you. There is somebody who has been ghosting, you ghosted him, or he ghosted you, or you guys both ghosted each other. You're cold. There is no communication at the moment, or the person is in a very cold energy as of right now, like something like foul about him. Some of you guys are blondes, but not necessarily. Aquarius, can be Gemini, can be not so much Libra. I do not feel Libra from this person who doesn't have to be Aquarius, but can have a lot of planets in Aquarius in his chart. It's very common. That's why you guys, when you do your soul formula, you get not just the average natal chart reading, you get a much more profound astropsychological soul map. So this person does have a lot of cold energies. He doesn't like to show his true feelings. He has a very big ego, the sun. He's also kind of like a sunshine. People love him. He does have a lot of warmth in him. That close circle that he has, that's important to him. Those people love him because he opens up only through the people that he can truly trust. And a person is very egoistic. Yeah, does have a very big ego. Also Leos, also fiery energy, Sagittarius, Leos, Aries. Not necessarily, it's just an energy that we're reading. The person might love children or have children. Sun is the energy of children often times. The person, however, has some kind of deceit. He plays with two women at the same time, maybe two, maybe even more, but there are two women right here. Seven of Swords. He's dishonest to someone. He has like somebody on the back of his mind and somebody in the front. Maybe he has a relationship with one, but he's thinking about another. We'll see if it's you or not. The person is in defeat currently. The person, whoever he's thinking about, actually, but he doesn't talk to her. Most likely it's you. The person kind of lost the game. There was like a battle between you, some kind of battle of intellectual or whatever it was. The person is like in defeat because Five of Swords, the victory is not there yet. The battle is over. However, the whole victory, it's still remains to be seen who is going to win. The person is a player by all means, and the person has kind of this kind of disposition and mood, at least at this moment of time when we're watching. So if you recognize if this person resembles anybody from your surrounding, your past, or someone you're talking about, thinking about, then we continue watching. If it's not for you, just click on another video. There's plenty of topics that will be resonating with you 100%. Okay, so are you the type that is very affected by the opinions of others? Do you really listen to your friends or your family a lot, or you are more like independent thinker? Because you do have a lot of Aquarius. People with a lot of Aquarius energy, they have an independence of thinking. So are you affected by the opinions of others a lot, or you're more of an independent thinker? two cards. Both. He's affected by those people who have more money than him. He's investor, somebody who invests in him or with whom he does business. His money, you said Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. He's very much affected by the opinions of those people who make more money than he does. These are the ones he listens to, and he thinks it's really fair because there is a scale for him. He thinks it's fair because they live the way I want to live. They have as much money as I want to have, so I'm going to listen to them because they must be doing something right logically. But as far as independent thinker, he comes as a Page of Pentacles. Page, it's somebody younger age, or doesn't matter. He might be older age, but he has a very infantile kind of mentality. He's kind of like a kid in some ways. He is making money, and his money are not too big because Page of Pentacles, it's not a higher status. Pentacles are always about money. The person can be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, or anybody from the Earth energy plane too, but not necessarily. So he wants to make more money. He wants to live more abundantly, but the results he is thinking about did not come to fruition. He was hoping to get bigger results from the projects he's doing or the harvest, because Seven of Pentacles is the card of ungotten result. Person wanted one result, but he ended up getting less. So he's kind of in a more of a financial limbo. He thinks a lot about finances. Okay, so yeah, basically you do listen to people if they have their material equivalent. So you are pretty much like materialistic. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. He's very much workaholic, works a lot. Some of him who you're watching does intellectual labor. There's like books and stuff. Person reads a lot. Maybe does some finances where he needs to gather knowledge. Yeah, Emperor. He wants to be that, or maybe he's that. We'll see. He wants to be the king, a real king, because Emperor is one of the baddest ones. He combines all four kings or four elements. Person is materialistic. The person is focused on the comfort, but also he's thinking about some love story. He's kind of fantasizing about somebody. Four of Cups. He's like laying there and thinking, I wish I took the chance when I had, right? So you're thinking about he's thinking about mentally. He always comes back to that situation he had with some woman. She's kind of like a mermaid, and mermaid who was rescuing the prince. Two of Swords. He's kind of like, I'm so confused. I don't even know what to think. Who is the lady you are thinking about? Describe her. How do you see her? What do you think about her? How do you see the lady who is, heartbroken? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome. High Priestess entered chat. He's very heartbroken. You see? Three of Swords. Very heartbroken. He literally is heartbroken. I don't know what happened. What did you guys do to him? Tell me in the comments. He is very much in a loss, including financial. Literally, he has financial losses, and he also has a resourcefulness losses. He doesn't have the energy he used to have. He has like very low kind of like stamina right now. Like, why? Why? Because this is why. High Priestess, someone who does not talk to him, someone who is quiet. Most likely that is you, because the most strongest figures like major arcanas or the queens, kings, they always represent you. Whoever is the strongest, these people are first who come to the spread. He views you as a woman with knowledge, a woman with a lot of power, a lot of sexual energy that's hidden, that's not out there for show. It's just something inside. He sees you as a very strong dignity. He sees you have a lot of dignity, you have a lot of knowledge. You don't scream and shout about it. You just know, and you keep it to yourself, to your close circle. Maybe you're a spiritual teacher, coach. Maybe you're my colleague. Maybe you're also doing tarot. Maybe you have something to do with holy scriptures. Maybe you are associated with any institutions like churches or anything. Maybe you are a priest or priestess. Literally High Priestess, it's the woman who has Torah in her hands. Like basically she has the knowledge about how it was, how it is, and how it will be. Yin and yang, balanced, very much balanced, both. Someone who integrated both and the light and the darkness. Some of you guys are blondes, blue eyes, really beautiful people came out to here, but not necessarily. We're not getting attached to the looks. He sees you as a High Priestess, and he can't read you. He doesn't understand you fully. He didn't understand how come he wasn't able to win the game that he always wins. You always win, but who are you playing with? Yeah, he's always on the move. He always has options. He always like kind of meddles with people, he know that he is more strong than them. He kind of, when he plays with other, let's say girls, he knows already how to crack the code. Like he already figures them out, and he knows I'm gonna keep playing, scoring, because I already know the system, I already know the strategy, right? And he always wins the chariot. He always like moves forward onto the next, onto the next, onto the next. But when it comes to you, there is some kind of disappointment at stake. He always looks back at you. We're gonna see if he really has feelings to you, or it's just the ego, because the big ego of the Sun card, bruised ego. A lot of men, even strong men, they have very fragile ego, and nothing bruises man's ego more than him seeing that you are thriving without him, because it's not about you being happy, it's about him not being able to be a part of that happiness, not being able to affect you. So okay, I got you. So what bruises your ego? Mm-hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah. Bruised ego for sure. His ego is bruised for the fact that you are, first of all, Queen of Cups, one and only. Emotionally, he definitely has feelings to you. You became his favorite. You became his lovable, most desired girl. Like not even a woman. I would. Doesn't matter what age you are. You're like a girl to him because you stirred up emotional component in him. He views you as my favorite, my lovable, my most desired girl. I really do love her, he says. But also, he has the strongest sexual connection towards you. Knight of Wands. Who knows System of Terror? They know Knight of Wands. It's always about the sexual representation, the inner energy, inner fire, inner stamina. His ego is bruised because you're the one he actually had feelings to, or maybe still currently has. He has the strongest sexual attraction to you. He's really naturally inclined to come to you, but for some reason he couldn't, because he would never want you to know this, by the way, between us girls, right? He would never want you to know this. He keeps the ice cold mask because for him it means the defeat, and he doesn't like to be defeated. There was an emperor on the on the bottom of the deck. His ego is mostly bruised because he sees that you are thriving. First of all, he thinks you're very lucky, a lot of clover. Second of all, he understands you're protected spiritual. There is some, like some kind of it's more like Christian icons in Orthodox Christian tradition, but not necessarily. You can be of absolutely any tradition, any religion you could have been grown up, but you are kind of well protected. He sees that you are a woman of honor, you're praying, you are meditating, you are having a spiritual component in you that he is missing because he's too much meddled in material. That's why you guys are got attracted to each other in the first place. Maybe you needed to learn something more about the material realm from him, more about like the way of material thinking, and he needed to learn more about spiritual way of thinking. It's actually very common for the video. Whenever you click on it, it's going to be right for you and the moment you click for it. However, right now when I'm filming it, there is karmic nodes. They change the sign every year and a half or every 2 years. They change the sign, and that's why we have eclipses. Eclipses are always happening for like about a year and a half in the same zodiac signs, when those two signs they feel it the most. Right now it's Pisces Virgo. We're almost done with Pisces Virgo. We're gonna slowly move into like Aquarius and Leo. Next ones will be the main characters, but Pisces and Virgo are always about material and spiritual. So some of you people have strong Pisces in your chart, some of you have strong Virgos, or some of you have the nodes one or another way. So it's very, very much in sync right now. So tell us, let's talk about your friends. Let's take the modern deck. I want to see the badass tarot. It shows a lot of really, really accurate like information about modern people, modern deck, about how do they look nowadays, what do they do nowadays. A lot of like these are classic, beautiful decks, but modern deck shows people's vices, shows people's real face. Here's a lot of like substance abuse in this deck as a designer deck, as a kind of like a humor, but in every humor there is a dose of truth, right? So tell us what kind of friends you are hanging out with. First of all, who are your friends? Because there's a saying, tell me who your friend is and I'll tell you who you are. Tell us who your friends are so we know exactly who you are, and tell us what do they advise you on the girl who's watching the video, on the high priestess. Weird, unknown, in a good way of this word. He thinks you're weird, but in a good way. Like he can't figure you out. That's why he's still coming back to you in his thoughts. Okay, what kind of friends you got? Tell us who surrounds you. Number one, number two, number three, Let's do number 4. hmm hmm Interesting. All right, his friends. First of all, it's pages of cups. Somebody younger than him, or somebody who is kind of like, he has those group of friends with whom he drinks on the weekends, and they like to discuss what kind of girls they've been with for the past few weeks or whatever they've been seeing, they've been sleeping with. It's kind of that kind of crowd. And they like to text the girls in the middle of the night to see if they can come over and do the thing. You know what I mean? Literally, you see. Exes, hey baby, 2 or 3 a.m. Ex assholes texting. They're kind of making jokes about, like, they're kind of like, because it's a player enter chat, right? So the players, their game is to gather as many toys, girl toys, boy toys, as they can. So they are trying to see whoever is going to be up for the game. And any time of the week, especially Saturday, January 23, maybe somebody had a text or something like that along the lines of 2 or 3 a.m. There is a text. Somebody is like booty calling, and they are discussing it with friends, or they are doing this actively, or maybe he receives text in the middle of the night, because the game goes both ways. Some people really communicate with each other only after they had a couple of drinks on the weekends. You know how it goes. Next, Nine of Wands. He definitely has like a lot of people from the work circle. I don't know, there is a sunflower field, some kind of flowers, something to do with a bunny, rabbit, a playboy bunny, something flipping each other, or somebody, like, he has a type of friends where they can talk shit about each other, but they're still friends. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like a good level of understanding when they can make fun of each other, flip each other off. Once they have some kind of work project that unite them, they work together, or they're kind of like discussing how to make more money, how to do this. People with whom he exchanges some kind of energy, people with whom he has like a lot of like projects and whatnot. So they're kind of mean to each other, but they're also like each other in one way or another. He has friends from out of the city, out of country, people from foreign background, people from different countries like Helsinki, Tokyo, New York, London. It's, to be more specific, it's a world card. He has a lot of female friends, by the way, who are foreigners. He talks to a lot of people from different religious backgrounds, different skin colors, different cultures. Overall, pretty peaceful. He's kind of a peacemaker. He makes peace with those people. He has a harmonious relationship with those people. And another crowd that he surrounds himself with is usually people who are basic. They're basic. They're just like everybody else. There is a barcode, and he cracks them open. It's usually girls, mostly because female card. He sees, oh, they are doing the same lips, they're doing the same makeup, they're following the same trends. They're kind of basic. They don't stand out, and he kind of like cracks them very easily. He understands what they're about, so he kind of have them on rotation, I want to say. Like there's a rotation. He already like barcode. Okay, I know what this one is about. I know what that one is about. I know it's a lot of female friends, but he doesn't really respect them. He has them just because, just I'm bored, so I'm just gonna have them. I'm just gonna play with them on rotation. Then when I get bored, I'm just gonna throw them away and get myself a new toy. There you go. That's the surroundings. Interesting. So, what do your friends tell you? Tell him about you, because I'm pretty sure you're a very famous figure in the circle, because High Priestess doesn't go unnoticed. She never leaves anyone indifferent. Hate it or love it, take it or leave it. Okay, does your friends know about High Priestess, or you're hiding her? Your friends know about her, you're hiding her. He hides the fact that he couldn't win you over. They know about you. They do, but he hides the fact that you, because it was reversed. You see, high level score, player enter chat. You see the game. The tower card. You literally swept his crown out of his head. He doesn't want his friends to know that you outscored him, that you outsmarted him. There was a game that you either didn't play at all or you won. You just came out a winner, because that's what you are in your life, and you win quietly. You keep your eyes on the prize, you move in silence, you achieve good results, and then you announce to people about your victories. His friends know about you, although he was trying really hard to keep it on the low, to keep it low key, but you are high key. You swept his ground. He was stably living the old ways. When you entered his life, everything turned upside down, literally. You flipped the page. You turned the table, because tables always turn. If the person didn't do you right before, you just didn't entertain that BS and you continued on with your life, and you are such a bright figure, his friends know about you. There's something to do with likes, music. Maybe you're a very famous persona, maybe you're a musician or artist, maybe you have a high profile online. His friends definitely know about you, but he doesn't want his friends to know that he didn't win you over. Okay, what did you tell your friends about her then? What was your version? We're done. Fuck it. We don't have anything. Transformation. You catalyze death. You catalyze transformation. He basically, not the same, but he told it's over. We don't have anything. Okay, what else did you tell your friends? Okay, cards just. Okay, let's just read this story. Oh shit. Okay, so there was a time when you possibly wanted a relationship with this person. Possibly. Some of you did, some of you didn't, but you showed up as a family material. You said there's a family in the background. And the family was going through some crisis. Maybe some of you guys have kids. Maybe you have kids together. Maybe you have kids from previous marriages. Everybody will have their own story. You and your family and him, you guys had some kind of crisis. There was something steering at the at the horizon. You guys couldn't live the way you used to live. You wanted something serious and you wanted to move in the direction of the family, or direction, at least a direction of the stable relationship. You had your baggage from the past collected. You either proposed him or showed him that you were for the serious relationship. You had a crisis, and his friends know that you had interest in him. He definitely bragged about. Come on, a high priestess entered chat. It's like a shame not to brag about it, right? But something happened. Something went down. Oh shit! Financial losses again, or spiritual losses too. Five of Pentacles. Person lost something. He even lost himself in this connection. He thought he had it all figured out. He had this whole picture mapped out, but there was one piece missing, and he didn't know what's missing. Something was missing from his assumption. So he told his friends that something went down. The crisis you guys been going through landed in the loss, and he ended up losing. He doesn't want his friends to know, but they're not stupid. They figured it out. And after the crisis, there was a big chance. He either took it or didn't. Some of you guys didn't take the chance. He was sending you constantly like likes and something. You know how people do it online nowadays. They, instead of saying hello, they send a like. You know what I mean, like shallow level. He throws some money in your way. Maybe he literally wanted to give you or given you money. Maybe you saw in your dream that the person gives you money. Sometimes we see dreams, it's a messenger for us. We need to gather all the information we can. But the bottom line is that the One of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, means high value. You became a very high value. And his friends know about it. And he told his friends that he actually values you after everything you guys have been through. Whatever, everybody will have their own situation. He deems you valuable. He considers you valuable, regardless of the outcome of the situation. So that's what his friends know. But what have you been hiding from your friends? Eight of Swords. Been hiding that he's been very passive in your relationship. He was like, you see, like this man is just sitting self-indulging instead of having a happy, healthy family together. He withheld information from his friends that he has not put a lot of work into creating your union, make it happen, make your family grow and prosper. He withheld from his friends that he really, really dreams about you. Seven of Cups, dreams, illusions, fantasies. You're like a unicorn, like you're one of a kind. Some of you guys are blonde, some of you guys have brown eyes, but not necessarily. You have this Marilyn Monroe-ish vibe to you. He withheld from his friends that he still dreams about you, that he's actually in love with you. There you go. You see what I'm saying? He's in love with you, and we have a bottom, King of Cups. He actually is in love with you. He kind of measures, how would he look as if he was your fiance. He withheld that information. He never want his friends to know that, because they're gonna be making fun of him, ridiculing him. So your friends, do they actually know you have feelings? Because they are not stupid, right? They know you. Do they know you have feelings towards the girl who's watching, or they are oblivious? Oh, his friends. Game over. This is hilarious. Look at his friends. He is some king of swords, and he circles somebody's tattooed up with something smoking in his mouth, something very harsh. He's afraid of one of his friends, actually. He doesn't want the friend to know everything, because that guy's like, he's like, don't mess with me. King of Swords is Actually, it's him himself. His signification was King of Swords on the designer deck. You see, this designer deck, he looks like this, ice cold. On this designer deck, looks like this. Like he's been through some stuff. Like he's seen some stuff he can't unsee, right? So his friends, I knew that there is some kind of situation between you, some situationship. They don't know all the details, but it had something to do, something involved alcohol, something involved Four of Cups, something involved him not taking a chance, or him getting you drunk, or you getting him drunk, or you both, something to do with alcohol, because we have alcohol bottles right here, something to do with like a train wreck or party. I don't know what you guys did. Tell me in the comments. There is no shame in this game, all right? You can be honest. We all, we all have our nights. Don't be so ashamed, right? But the game is over. Play again, yes or no? Again. I love how the cards listen. They literally repeat itself. You see, we had a Five of Swords, the victory that never happened, the loss, and the Five of Swords. Again, the game literally is over. Play again. I know his friends know that he was trying to get you drunk so you could, like, open up this and that, but you either didn't get drunk, maybe you have a high tolerance, or you didn't even drink with him. Maybe you never ever sit down and see him or drink with him, or there was some kind of deception on your part. Maybe you told him you were going to come over but you didn't. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes, like, people are like, hey, plans change, or people just literally want to show the other party that they're not interested in this shallow, low maintenance connections, and they can make other person's hopes go up, but it was never their intention, because there's no other way to teach a lesson. Some of you guys even had that. It's so interesting. It's so funny. So your friends know that you lost in this game. Basically, your friends are like, they're like, are very much like been through stuff, like King of Swords, just like you, ice cold. Okay, interesting. What do your friends recommend you as far as the girl who watching tonight? What does your friends actually like try to like tell you, advise you maybe? What do they kind of like, maybe they have some kind of a valuable piece of advice since their opinion is so important to you. What do your friends recommend? Our main character of today's love story. Recommendation. Queen of Pentacles. A woman with money. First of all, the friends view you as this. Some of you guys are older, but not necessarily. Some of you guys are like literally the Queen of Pentacles. It's a queen. It's first of all earthy signs, or somebody who has earthy material realm all figured out. Like, you have money, you have some kind of position, you have some kind of higher social status. Maybe you have a business of your own. Maybe you see a lot of dollar bills and stuff. It's somebody who has a very good sense of when to make a deal with somebody, negotiate something, make something out of nothing. It is a match, his friends say. Look, this is hilarious. The friends say, it's a match, bro. It's a match, bro. What are you doing? Are you stupid? You guys are so good for each other. I really like this deck. Is so much humor. You guys have liked each other. Send message. Send her message, his friend says. Send her message. Don't be like a fool. Keep swiping or send a message. Two of Cups. His friends actually thinks it's a match, and his friends think that you're rich, even if you're not. Some of you guys are wealthy, well off. Some of you guys are not. Maybe you're just a hard worker. Whatever. Everybody's gonna have their own story with somebody. Maybe you're a businesswoman, business owner. So his friends also recommend him to match up with you, to make it up with you, because his friends, since they're very materialistic, right? Remember the card of sponsors, Six of Pentacles, they kind of thinking in material categories, his friends. So they see the resource in you. They advise him to get in with you because they think that you are doing really well. Maybe you are doing really well. What else do they advise him? So hilarious. Justice. Even his friends understand that justice exists and the karma entered chat. You were kind of like running away from him. You were like a mischievous little girl, and he was like a cop who was trying to, like, catch you. Maybe that person is older, not necessarily. Maybe that person is even younger, but there's something childish about you, something girly about you. You're always running away from them. So that chase never ends. And the friends advise him, like, dude, get on right with her. She's not for the bullshit you used to, the entertainment. She's for serious stuff. Justice is a serious relationship card. It's Major arcana. Justice has a lot to do with either court, either signing the papers, either basically justice is a legitimate marriage. Legitimate marriage. His friends, I can't believe you guys recommend. You guys are king of swords. You don't give a damn about anything. You recommend him to wife her up. Really? Yes or no? Yes, they say yes. Man, wife her up because otherwise she's gonna tell you bye beach, which she already probably did. You see Marilyn Monroe, like bye beach. Yeah, his friends actually say you're gonna have a lot of joy, you're gonna have a lot of fun with her, or maybe it is a scheme. It is a scheme, you guys. For some of you guys, it is a scheme. His friends tell him make it look like you guys have a serious relationship, like promise land, promise the marriage and whatever. I don't know why his friends think that you want marriage. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, because not everybody even wants that. And then have fun with her, have a lot of fun, go to the beach, whatever, go get a cocktail, other girls dancing, this and that, and then tell her, bye beach, I got what I wanted. It can be both ways. Is it actually a scheme? Is it actually a scheme your friends recommended you, or your friends actually genuinely think that you guys should be a legitimate couple? No, it's not a scheme. The scheme is reverse. No, his friends actually value you they deem you as a really valuable partner for him. They say if you want to be her lover, you have to be her boyfriend. You have to be legitimate. You have to invest in her. Otherwise, she's gonna tell you goodbye, like the Marilyn Monroe card. No, that was you on the Marilyn Monroe card, and that's what you told him. Likely, you told him bye, bitch. But his friend tell him no. If you want to be her lover, if you want to be her one and only, look at this guy, king of wands. You want to be her man. You want to be her starlight and rock her world. You gotta make things right. Wow, your friends are smart. Yep, Hierophant, exactly. Confirmation. Hierophant, it's like, remember we had that at the beginning. Anyways, I'm not gonna look through the pictures right now. Hierophant, it's to make things right. It's to make things according to the tradition you grew up in and according to the law. Wow, really? Yep, they advise it, and he is, look who's back. I'm back, bitches, king of cups. He has very romantic moods towards you, actually, and he possibly texted you after a while, after you guys been going cold and no communication. This person actually was trying to come back to your life. Maybe he was the one who sent you this message in the middle of the night. Excess. Hey, baby, I'm here. Maybe he was trying to kind of renew communication with you after everything you've been through. But most likely, this story didn't really end well, because I don't see any. I don't see. Actually, what do you feel about him? Judgment. Okay, yeah. Star. I'm free of your bullshit. That's what you feel, literally. First of all, you acknowledge the karmic situation. Judgment. Somebody has been judged, or both of you. You acknowledge that you guys met for a reason. This is one of your karmic partners. You could not avoid him. You understand that. Unlike him, he actually started understanding it too late. You, as a star, you're cold. You remained his fantasy that he never was able to fulfill. You're kind of like, I'm gonna be. If you love, you gotta let go. Even if you did have feelings to this person, or still have, you understood the best thing to do is to let go. If somebody mistreats you or somebody plays games with you, you step out of it and you don't even play. So that's why the game is over, when you stop playing it. Maybe you played with him, maybe you didn't, maybe you decided to stop playing. Every one of you will have your own scenario, but you remain the unfulfilled fantasy forever. You decided to sacrifice your feelings for the sake of restoring the balance and the dignity in this connection. That's how you become a winner. You left this bond victorious because you cut it all off. Literally, you told yourself, I am free of your bullshit. You chopped it all off, because the Ace of Swords, it's always about cutting something out of your life unapologetically. You didn't explain much, you just left. And you left the person alone with his thoughts and feelings, and they didn't grow overnight. It was alchemy. It actually took a long time before the person realized the whole value. Yep, took a long time. It's like a new cycle for the person. He had to rethink everything that happened, and a lot happened. And the best way to understand, silence. Silence is the most powerful tool. It's louder than any words. When you ladies text this whole big, 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 sheets of messages, the papyrus or memories of geisha to someone explaining your feelings, just don't. Men don't understand words. They understand no contact. No contact works better than anything, because when there's no contact, you leave the person the very room he needs to make space for you. Because when you're all over his place, all over the space, you deprive the person of that solitude and time where he actually starts acknowledging what happened. It's very deep. I know it's very deep. It's very psychological. For some of you guys, this will be golden. This will be a really golden spot. So if you have any questions on your particular case, if you understand this was entertainment, we're merely entertaining here. However, here we're doing serious business too. We're learning Akashic Records field. We're reading, literally, we're reading informational plane. Everybody has right for the information. You just have to know how to connect to it. These are instruments that we use, but there's so many more. If you guys are interested how to do the same, how to learn how to read Akashic Records, how to learn basic of astrology, how to learn how to read tarot cards, oracle cards, love lenormand cards, I invite you to get enrolled in the archetypal psychology course I created for you guys that you can study at your own pace. It's going to be YouTube link with 40 video lessons. You can study it on your own timing, practice on your own timing, have the meditation that opens third eye, and learn to do the same, because it's so interesting. Even if you don't want to be a reader, you can help yourself literally in any life situation, any segment, whether it's personal, professional, where to move, how to communicate with certain people, how to build most efficient life that you dreamed of. There's so much resource in this amazing knowledge, and I'm thanking each and one of you. Whoever was watching, please share with your friends, whoever needs to hear it. And I'm going to see you shortly on another video. Thank you for watching, you guys.